All right, my fellow duelists, I'm gonna keep it brief with you. I'm a branded player. I see the structure decks. I got the structure decks. I'm gonna build branded how I would build branded, but how I would build branded is very different from the standard. And there's gonna be some standard things, but obviously we'll just go on through it. Well, you'll see in a second. You'll see in a second. Bro, I'm tight because I lost all the audio to this. Basically, my secrets were the Ecclesia, the new Fallen and Virtuous, and the new Fusion deployment. But we just gonna have to voice over everything else from here. Obviously, we're gonna run 3 Fallen of Albaz because you can't not do that. I mean, it's just the best thing. You want Fallen of Albaz whenever you can in the grave or on your hand. So boom, after that. I typically do run 1 Incredible Ecclesia. I know people aren't doing that, but I do. Next, you're going to go 3 Aluber, the Jester of Despia. It's your normal summon. Then you're going to do 2 Cartesia. You can run 3. I think in the video I said I was thinking about running 3, but I typically run 2, so I was going to put that last one off to the side. Albion the Shrouded Dragon, I always go with 1. With my luck, I just draw the other Shrouded off of Shrouded, and I just hate that, so I just always do 1. When it comes to Quem, we just run 2. 1 is good, but 2 is just always best. You can do 1 or 2 kit. I think here, because of just having 3 structures, 1 is fine. 2 Mercurier is just always great. Boom, bam. After that, I don't know what I was talking about right here. But yeah, after that, you're going to do 1 Tragedy. 2 Mercurier, 1 Tragedy. You want to do 2 Merc because you get the banish effects, stuff like that. 3 Lubellion, 2 Saronir, or you could do 3 Saronir, 2 Lubellion, or you could do 2 Saronir, 1 Lubellion. The world is your oyster. At first, I did 3 Lubellion, 2 Saronir, but you're going to see later on that I cut it down. But we'll get into that later. So right now, you could do 3 Lubellion, and then 2 Saronir. After that, you're going to hit a nice little boom 1 Magnamut because you can't play more than 1. And like I said, 2 Saronir. Nothing else needs to be said there. Moving on. Move on. 1 Druis Worm. We're going to play 1 Dogmatica Ecclesia. I don't know why people don't play this card. I mean, you just get a Fleur in your end phase, and then you pop off, have an extra negate. Now, Maximus, I don't typically play a Maximus, but I mean, there's a world where you can. I just don't like being locked out of the extra deck during the main phase. But yeah, then Nib, I threw that to the side. Keeper of Dragon Magic, we don't need. 3 spells and traps. 3 spells of Fallen and the Virtuous. Of course, the new card is busted. It gets you some crazy plays with Quem. It gets you some crazy advantage in your end phase. And you can revive if you have an Ecclesia. Off of that, Branded Fusion, I typically run 1. But this is a 3 branded structure, and it's not my typical build. So I would run 2 here. From there, we do 1 branded in white, and then we do 1 branded in red, and then you can do all 3 branded opening because it's the structure deck build. I'm realizing as I've gone on that this is not much deviation from a standard branded build. Typically, I do things a lot differently, but if we're going off of just what we have in the structures, this is what you would build. And then you do 1 branded loss, then you're going to do like 1 branded regain, and then you're going to do, why am I taking so long? So boom, right after that, you're going to get the 3 Nadir Servant, and you're going to put that in the deck. Because like I said, I did say I don't like being locked, but Nadir Servant provides it with so much just in the end phase, and then you can do like really good stuff with Spriggan's Kit if you get Ash. Brennan Bond, you're not going to play, but in the coming sets, you might actually want to play it. You don't typically play it because you lose a lot of hand advantage. You're just summoning a Fallen of Albaz. With the new Fallen of Albaz, this might be a new starter. So that's something to think about. But for right now, we're not playing that at all. Yeah. Anyways, Fusion Deployment. This is a great starter for a build like this. You can just bring out your boy from wherever he is in the deck, and then you're locked into fusions. But you only have fusions in your extra deck, so that's fine. Then Triple Tactics Thrust, I threw those in the side because, you know, I figured, actually, what I did, I threw them in the main first, but you'll see later on. So boom, 1 Foolish, 1 Gold Sark, and then 3 Super Polys all up in that thing. It's ain't nothing crazy. From there, you're gonna do 1 Retribution, you're gonna do 1 Banishment. Sword you don't typically need unless, like, if I had like Allure of Darkness, I would justify playing it, but because I don't have Allure of Darkness and I'm only running 1 Albion the Shrouded Dragon, it doesn't really make sense for me to run the Branded Sword. So we're gonna skip that, but we are gonna play the Branded Beast just to get recursion on your spells and traps. The Black Gold Laughs is a card I wanted to try just because I didn't own one before today. It's a really cool one. I just wanted to try it, that's all. No Dogmatica Punishment because it locks you out for 2 whole turns, but 1 Fusion Duplication because yeah, and that would be the whole deck. However, I noticed at that point that is a 59 card deck. So what we did after that was we just cut I think a solid 10 cards out. Yes, so we cut out the Nib, the Super Poly, all that, and that puts you at like 49. Thrust and a Thrust target and 2 Lubellion cuts it down, brings you down to like a solid 49 cards. And that's a lot more doable than 59 if you're a little upset by that. So that's what you can do. As for the extra deck, we are gonna be running 2 of the Dragon that Devours the Dogma. At first I put 1 in, but I just wanted to see what we could fit in first. So we're gonna put 1 down for the video, but he will be gaining a Dogma friend in just a little bit. From there, we're gonna put 1 Mirror Jade. Oh, we're doing 2? Are we doing 2? We might be doing 2. I forgot. We're definitely doing 2 Albion. We're gonna see in a little bit. We're probably putting 2 Mirror Jade in as well. 2 Lubellion just because we have room for it, or am I doing 1? I don't remember. It should be 1 in my opinion from like me looking back at the past, but you know, if we got the space for it, then 2 is fine. But the Albalinatus will typically probably be going into the side, but since we have space for it, we can throw 1 in there. From there, we can slap everybody else in there. We can do 1 Titanic Clad, we can do 1 Bright Grand, we can do 1 Sprint, we can do 1, why are you taking so long past me? We can do 1 Renbrum, there we go, and then we'll do 2 Grand Guignol, because with Fusion Deployment, you're going to want to play 2 instead of 1. I typically play 1, but 2 is good. That's me counting to make sure we have space to do other shenanigans, and we definitely do, and we have more room left over to throw those 2 into the deck. Actually 1, but the Dragon that Devours the Dogma is just basically a better Titanic Clad because it gets you any card, so we just decided to go with 2 of those. Okay, so I started a test hand, but I have not gotten used to just 3 structure decks. I'm used to the way I typically play it, so I started playing it out as if Fusion Deployment wasn't in my hand. I'm also not used to that new art, but that's another thing entirely. Gold Sark can banish a Tragedy. Tragedy can get you an Aluber, and then you can search for Branded Fusion, but everybody knows that play. So I grabbed Quem instead, and Quem is actually going to dump a Mercurier, and that's going to allow Saronir to do Saronir things. Okay, my past self put a Cartesia down, but he's going to realize in a second that Mercury is better. There you go, there you go. And then he's going to do that, like the thing I said before, and banish the Mercurier. And he's also going to mess up and then try to grab Cartesia off the Mercurier. But we don't need to do that anymore because we have Fusion Deployment, you feel me? So basically, we end up grabbing something completely different towards the end. So we actually go and grab a Springin's Kit instead, and that will pop off later on in just a second. You can go from here into your Fusion Deployment, bring out Cartesia. Cartesia is then going to start fusing, doing shenanigans, using the Fallen of Albaz and the Saronir, making Titanic Clad. And then from there, Saronir is going to dump himself a Lubellion. Quem can revive Fallen of Albaz, but don't think there's just a need to. Lubellion's going to summon himself off the Titanic Clad and slap something down. From there, that's going to be a branded loss. You're going to summon out your Kit. Kit's going to grab a card. Now, the Fallen and the Virtuous is the last card in our hand, and with Kit's effect, we'll have to put one back, but that's going to be fine because we can do that easily and get that back. So what we'll grab off of the Kit is going to be the branded in white, and then from there, we can pop off. We can activate the branded in white using the cards in our graveyard because Fallen of Albaz is in the graveyard, and we can also use anything on our field. It will get sent to the graveyard while Fallen of Albaz will be banished. From there, I decide we can just make Grand Guignol and dump Albion. And from there, our Lost will trigger and we'll get Mukuye. We can get an Albion's Estrada Dragon. The world is our oyster and it does not matter. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So basically, all that happens. Quem can revive the Cartesia, but I think I leave it so that I can add it back to the hand later. In the end phase, we're just going to proceed to grab the Cartesia back, then we're going to activate Titanic Clad as well as Albion. And Albion is actually going to set the Fallen and the Virtuous, and Titanic Clad is going to summon out our Dogmatica Ecclesia, and Dogmatica Ecclesia is going to grab Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis, the Knighted, and that will give us a negate in the hand. Once we get an Albion fusion, we have a second monster negate, and we have a pop at any time that we need with the Fallen and the Virtuous. And because Dogmatica Ecclesia is on field, we can Monster Reborn as a quick play if we so choose, if we need to. So yeah, that's just one play. I put the Grand Guignol in the wrong spot. If I had put in the extra monster zone, I would have room to just negate with whenever with Fleur-de-Lis, but you know, we make mistakes. Everybody has those days. And then on the opponent's turn, Grand can swap itself into another Quem to get another dump, which will be able to revive like a Fallen of Albaz if so choose. You can do a lot. The world literally is your oyster here. But yeah, that's mainly the deck. That I'm just sitting here explaining my thought process, I believe, at the end of this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.